Okay, today's a good day, man. I got my brother here, Jake,
Yeah.
and man, it's a beautiful house you got, brother. And me and you, I would say we collided together, and this is what happens when you believe in God and work together. 5 years later, I remember when you got your 1 year being sober. Like we gave him his, what is it, a badge or something? They give you
Coin, yeah.
a coin. 1 year, I was seeing this guy. And we've had a lot of guys that are with us too, but like to see this man flourish, to be here in a beautiful home. I've never had a mic in my life, guys. To have all this lighting and stuff like this, it's crazy, man. I wanna. It's not me interviewing him. This is my partner, guys. Okay,
Yeah.
we're starting a podcast. We're so excited about it. A little nervous, but that's what happens, right? When you start new things. I want to ask you. First question I want to ask you, bro. Okay.
Okay.
Even though I just said I'm not going to interview you.
It's feeling a lot like an interview.
Yeah, man. What I want to talk about is like the feeling that we have right now. Like when you look around and see all the improvements you made in your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like, wow, man, like God blessed me through my hard work? Like,
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, like, I was just putting gas in my car the other day, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, it feels like I'm living someone else's life sometimes, But then when I really look back, I think, like, of all the people that helped me and my support system, like my family and friends, and obviously, leaning on my faith and those things, like my girlfriend as well, and it all just culminated into just trying to do the next right thing. And I've said that in interviews before, right? Even though this is an interview, but I've said this.
Even though it's
I've
not
said
an
this
interview.
before. It's just trying to do the next right thing, and the next right thing.
Yeah.
Eventually, you turn around and you're like, 100 degrees away from the direction you were headed before. So that goes for really anybody out there. I think they can really do it.
And you know what, bro? We're talking about serious things
Mm-hmm.
to overcome, like you overcoming, me going downtown helping the people that need that help. Meaning I started making videos because I knew I needed God's help. But when I see the people on the street, when I see people stuck on addiction, I always say, like, I look at it like, wow, thank you, God, that I'm not in this position. Thank you, God, I didn't go through that route, because I know about anxiety. I know about pain. I know about trauma. And it's like, how do I say this, man? It's like, you see me out there, I'm grinding, I'm working hard with the community.
Oh, yeah.
But to have a person that surpassed, and we're talking about almost 5 years, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. That makes me get up every day and want to grind harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's you.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we overthink things, right? And we don't see the king that we are, maybe.
Yeah.
But like when I look at you, brother, you're a king. Like you came out here. And we were just at a restaurant. We were talking about certain people that we had in a group, whatever, and where they went and where they're at the moment. And it doesn't make you feel like, wow.
Yeah, no, I feel very fortunate to have been able to keep it on. And like you were saying about like the faith and with God and believing in that. And I really still to this day, I can't put a finger on exactly why somebody with like the pathology that I had with addiction, like would have been able to just all of a sudden decide to like start to make those right decisions,
Mm-hmm.
So I think like God provides a way when you start to recognize that you can't do this on your own. And I think that a lot of times that's kind of what people are searching for in the rooms that you met me in, like CAA, NA and stuff like that, is like the forefathers that kind of created that. I think that's what people were trying to do, is like find something outside of yourself, because you're not going to pull yourself out of this, by yourself. Right.
Bro, going back even to those meetings, you're not even supposed to record in those meetings.
I know. I was tripped out when I seen this guy. I was like, who's this charismatic dude that's just like filming shit in here?
Someone told me even when I go to heaven, I'm going to record heaven. That's like, what they told me.
Ziggy on TikTok in heaven.
Yeah, man. And what I looked at it was like, these guys are allowing me to record, their struggle and their achievements. But you guys were thinking about other people that need to see that. Other people needed to see you get your 1 year, your 2 year, your 3 years. So,
and the community in those rooms as well, it's kind of showcased in that light as well, right?
Yeah.
Because I think for a lot of people, like if you just are new to addiction and you know that you need help, but you're too nervous to go and like maybe even like admit to a room full of
Mhm.
other people that are in the same position as you. Maybe you don't understand that as well, but
Mhm.
it definitely shed a light on that for a lot of people. I think it probably helped a lot of people, and I think like that's what we're trying to do now. I think as
That was the
well, continue
hugest
that.
part. That was the hugest part because what I realize is it's about maintaining those relationships with those
Yeah.
people still. And, you know, we know the group of guys we've known even early on, like within our first couple months. I had guys that slipped that were in our group. And then you would see them on the street or you would see them when they're struggling.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be able to be like, yo, remember that? Remember we were in that room? Like, bro, you were looking so good and everything. You
Mm-hmm.
did that. You
Yeah,
decided to do
exactly.
that, you know? And it's like another way of helping me to pump people up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And having that group and kind of showing the truth. Canada is really, really struggling with addiction.
Yeah.
You know, I want to slow it down a little bit and I want this guy to kind of like show you the picture of it, right? It's much more than talking about it, right? Like I
Yeah.
can say the word addiction, some people will just say it's a word, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's a whole different lifestyle. Like I'm in your home now, and can I move in, brother? Because
Yeah.
this house here is beautiful, but at times you were on the street.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times you were in the shelters, even in Hamilton.
Yeah, I know.
Anybody from Hamilton watching, I'm going to tell you.